Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. It is Warhammer time, JoyToy Warhammer 40k Ultramarines. We've got another Librarian. This time it's the Chief Librarian Tigurius. I believe that's pronounced right. We are Sunday the 20... Oh, Sunday, not even Sunday. We are Friday even, the 29th of September 2023. Public holiday, so it's throwing me off my dates. Confession, I have made this review already, and it's on Patreon, and one of my patrons pointed out some crucial information, so I'm making it again. If you want to check out the Patreon, there's a link in the top right of your screen now. Get to see everything before it's published on YouTube. It's free for 7 days. You can cancel any time in those 7 days and not be charged a penny, so it is worth checking out, if only for 7 days. Let's get a look at the box. It does look pretty cool in the front. I do love the look of those hands. The eyes look great with that white and that blue. And there's those similar eyes of Mephiston, who I reviewed recently. I'll put a link in the top right if I've published him on YouTube already. Fantastic looking thing. He looks good there. On the back, see what he comes with. So he has that, I'll call it a Havoc Star, so what I call it, like Skeletor. With the banner, backpack, and the figure itself, and those. I'm going to do some action hands. Very, very cool looking figure. Indeed. And it says he is 12 cm. I think that he's not 12 cm. Haha. Okay, let me unbox him, set him up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. Here he is. He comes with a base, a footplate, clear plastic round-on we've seen already. He comes with 2 pairs of additional hands. So he comes with the standard left and right fists. He comes default right gripping, left open, and he comes with the opposite. So he comes with the left open and the right gripping. Should be that round, I guess, as well. And then he comes with his staff and his backpack with the banner. Now, things I don't like. I know, because my patrons told me, that the blue is darker on the mini than the other Ultramarines. I wish he was the same colour blue as the other Ultramarines, because he just looks like a mismatch. I'm not sure if there's a reason for that. Someone can tell me if there is. The cloak doesn't have a cutout for the backpack, so you've got to really stretch it below the backpack holes to plug in the backpack, which makes it very tight around the shoulders, making the shoulders want to pop out more than they do. The likes, I think he looks great. The eyes are fantastic. Oh, another dislike, sorry. There's no highlighting at all on him that I can see on his blue parts. There is on the black and whatnot, and on this green here on this staff, which looks amazing, highlighted and inked. Other likes, he looks great. I love the open hands. They really do add a lot of atmosphere to him. And I do think he's got a great shelf presence. And like his banner's great, the staff looks great, the details look great. But I wish the blue was the same as the other Ultramarines, or if not, at least highlight this dark blue. Let's get a close look at him. So here he is. Check out that head. Check out those eyes, man. Let's try and get like a more atmospheric pose going on it. Very cool indeed. Great looking on the face. The banner is great too, I have to say. I do like that. Got his staff here, which looks fantastic from the skull, particularly the green parts here with the inked and the shading coming around, all these details. He is a very, very nice looking figure indeed. And the back, there is a little bit of sort of shading on the cloak. Pauldron, you can see they've got inking again, which is nice on that pauldron there. There's a little bit of sort of a weathering going around and some inking on the blue. This very, very dark blue. But there's no highlighting whatsoever, which is a real shame. I think it's made him pop a lot more. He does remind me of sort of many faces from He-Man. Very, very nice looking figure. Now, I'll go for articulation, but I'm sure his arms will pop out when I'm doing it. His shoulders will. Let's get this down first. I'll take this. Let's take the hand off. And also, my little banner with his name on, the glue didn't hold very well, and I just popped it off by accident earlier. But, you know, you can glue that back on. Just 2 little holes you can glue back to the back of the banner. You can push it and it will stay, but it won't be secure. So articulation at the back, top to bottom, the nozzles as always on the backpack, well not always, but most of the time have some movement. Head, well, you saw me articulate it just now. He can go left and right. It's a bit difficult having being so enclosed. Forwards, backwards, and side to side is pretty good. Shoulders does have a shoulder roll, but this cloak, this new system where it goes through the shoulders go through the cloak, does limit that a little bit. It will go all around on the ratchet joints. To the side, it's probably going to pop out. Literally going that far. That's it with the cloaking. You go a little bit further if the cloak wasn't there, but you're getting terrible on that. JoyToy, sort this out, please. Bicep will depend where the hands popped out. Will depend where the pauldron is. If the pauldron is the base, the pauldron is not impeding the bicep, you'll get a tighter bend. If it is, you're getting under 90 degrees. You can see. But the pauldron's not in the way, which is difficult with his bulky forearms. That's a bit better. You're getting 90 degrees there. He has the potential to go well over 90 though. There's a bicep swivel, so you can move his arm for arm wrestling, and his wrist turns in all directions, which is great. He has trunk articulation, so he can go forwards, backwards, side to side. He can turn from the trunk. He can turn from the waist and forwards, backwards, and side to side from the waist. So together, the side to side is actually pretty impressive. Forwards not so much. This gets in the way. Backwards is pretty cool, and you don't get an ugly gap. Just get the cool sort of torso underneath there, which you can sort of see that black there, which is nice. His banner fell off again, but I'll tell you what about it now. Legs don't go far because of sculpting. Plus, he's very, very bulky boy. Forwards and backwards, I'll show the opposite to what I normally do. So I'll do his right leg forwards and his left leg backwards. And to be fair, for a bulky boy, that forwards and backwards is pretty impressive. He has a thigh twist, so you can turn the legs. It's a double kneecap. The kneecap's not so ugly underneath like the older versions. Well over 90 degrees, which is fantastic. Nice details on the lower leg there. And then his foot, you can turn left and right. You can swivel. You can do a small dorsiflexation, and you can do a small tippy toe. And he also has the toe articulation that we've seen before. So articulation is not bad. Just the upper body, again with the shoulders, particularly with the cloak going through the shoulder joints, the shoulder pins going through the cloak. It does limit his shoulder. Does limit. Now the backpack came off. I'll show you what I mean with the back, you see. There's no cutout, so you've got to stretch this down underneath to plug in the backpack, which is not ideal. Maybe that is supposed to have a cutout and I didn't have it, I don't know, but I would have expected a cutout or a loop to go around that to keep the cloak in better. Right, let me just put him back with his staff, so I'll be back in an instant. So here he is, all set up. Just find my trusty tape measure hidden underneath some packing materials. They said 12 cm, that's normally to the top of the head. Bear in mind his legs are a little bit splayed right now. Let's get an idea of his actual height. Well, he is definitely over 12 cm. He's probably a little bit over 12.5, but he's under 13. And the complete height to the top of the banner behind him is about 21 cm. So let's compare him to the other librarian, the first release, which is quite sought after now. It's so hard to get. I've got a couple, fortunately. Just pose him nicely. You see the difference in blue straight away. Is there a reason why his blue is darker than the other librarian's blue? I don't know. Just I wish it was the same. I think it would look better. But the other thing is that blue, just, as I said, just needs to be highlighted. Needs something. There's highlighting on the gloves. There's highlighting on on whatnot. But that blue is just not highlighted, whereas the original has the highlights. So in terms of size, they are about the same size. There's no helmeted head with Tigurius, unfortunately. But if we look at the unhelmeted head of the original librarian and Tigurius, let's get his head straight again. See, the eyes look so much better on the new one than the original. Original's got sort of eyeshadow, eyes and eyeshadow, but this guy's just got the blue eyes. So I do prefer the eyes in this, though. It's not a bad looking head, this one. He is a nice figure. I just wish that blew some highlights on it, make it stand and pop a bit more, but a nice figure nonetheless. And he does look so atmospheric, you know. I do love this. Stop! It's almost like, if you're from England, like a lollipop lady or lollipop man. Things are all dropping off now, you know. It's telling the traffic to stop because the kids are about to cross the road. What's the name of that? And those sort of people in America, they got a name too. I'm not sure what they call them in the States. So there he is, looking rather cool, rather atmospheric. Okay, so Ultramarines always signing out. Check out my Patreon, link in the video description below. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.